is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And tonight, folks, we are in the middle of a complete catastrophic market dump. Okay, I'm just playing. But you know what? Seriously, guys, why panic? What are you afraid of? The market goes up, the market goes down. I know what the primary fear is, that people think, okay, the bottom's dropping out, this is the end of the world, and the bull run is over, and you're going to lose all your money. Well, number one, you can't lose anything until you sell. Right now, these are unrealized losses. You can't lose anything until you sell for a loss. And number two, it's just a market fluctuation. Now, I know that you got all of these people out there, the big know-it-alls that everybody looks for because you want to find someone on YouTube, of all places, to tell you without a shadow of a doubt that the bull market is coming, that this absolutely cannot be the end of the bull run. You know, we're wanting people to have a crystal ball. And when you catch yourself looking for answers like that and wanting someone to tell you exactly what's going to happen, then that is your clue that you shouldn't be investing in the crypto market at all. Because the sad fact of the matter is nobody knows for 100% sure what's going to happen even tomorrow. And that's nobody. And I can't tell you one big mouth after another that I've been watching on YouTube for the past, 8 years? We've got one that we talk about in the private group. This young kid who comes across real cocky and arrogant, and he's very entertaining, a lot of fun, and claims that technical analysis doesn't work. And yet, and still, the way he explains things really is technical analysis, but he makes all these crazy predictions and gets them not just wrong, but reverse wrong. Like he might say something's going to be $10 by October and it goes the other direction and it ends up at 4.7 cents. And this is what you got to stop yourself. You're so desperate to find somebody with all the answers that you're going to get stuck with these con artists out there, because all they're looking to do is to take your money. Because this person that I'm talking about charges several hundred to even had people giving him $5,000 for personal advice sessions. And I'm like, is it that easy? I guess, if you don't have a soul, that it's okay to do that, then you wouldn't feel bad. But how do you have somebody hand over $5,000 to be told something's going to be $10 in October and it's 4.7 cents? There's a sucker born every minute. I swear to God. Okay, so we're going to talk about what's going on with Bitcoin and two things. Thing one, we've been talking about this dip that's happening right now for a while, for several weeks. If you follow my Bitcoin updates, I've said there is a possibility that we revisit 105K, and we wicked down and we did that. Okay. I also said that there's a possibility that we go to 101K, even though the probability of that is less than what we just saw happen. And then it's also possible that we could fall to 92K. That has the least probability. Now, do I know for sure which it's going to be? No, I don't. And if you're looking for me to tell you exactly what price is going to be parked at, sorry. I can only tell you what's in front of us right now, because I don't know what things are going to happen around the world that completely destroy the charts. So TA works when you have a balanced market, when there's not a lot of heavy manipulation, and then we don't have world calamity where they can use news to dump the market so that the institutional investors can steal all the money from you retail investors. Okay. And by the way, while we're all talking about what happened to the bull market that was supposed to happen in October and it ain't here yet, and then the other people saying, well, quarter two, quarter three, like me, saying it's going to be 2026, we don't know when it's going to happen. And the institutions, okay, the Black Rocks and all of those folks, the market makers, the exchanges, they don't want you to know. We're going to have an alt season when you least expect it. We're going to have a Bitcoin bull run when you least expect it. Why? Because that's where they have the highest potential of extracting all of your money. So keep that in mind. It's never going to be laid out on a silver platter where you know exactly when the bull run's going to happen. Because if that were the case, the institutions wouldn't make any money. Are you starting to get that? Post in the comments below if you feel me here. Do you get what I'm getting at? All right? Well, anyway, technical analysis works when you have a balanced market, when there's not heavy manipulation or, governments pulling off scandalous things to dump markets or a war breaks out. So we're going to jump to the chart and I'll tell you what I see today and give you the forecast. I said on the short that it was fair to partly cloudy that we would get side banding, and we're getting that, exactly that. So let's look at the Bitcoin chart. And here it is. So notice the green boxes, right? We're in between this support and resistance zone number 2. Now, while everybody is sitting out there and panicking, look at the big picture, guys. Look at the big picture. We just have side banding. From this point all the way to today, we're in this zone, okay? This is called side banding. In other words, all we got is a bunch of moves up and down within a range. So here we have it. You're just going up and down, up, flat, up, hits the top, resistance, down, up, hits the top, resistance, down, up and down, bouncing between these boxes. And I make these boxes based on prior support and resistance levels, points where you see the VPVR, like this node here that tells you how much is bought and sold at a particular price. That's how these boxes get made. It's just the history of where these institutional investors have the computers programmed to automatically buy and sell. That's what makes these strike zone boxes. That's how we know whenever Bitcoin has a pretty darn good chance to bounce off of a specific level, right? Or where it will meet resistance at a specific level. And so I've been talking about 105K because it's here, all right? It's the bottom of this box. There it is. And I said we're going to test it, and then we have to wait, find out if it bounces up a support or if it fails. We wicked through it, but it looks like it's support for now. But then we do kind of see that the stochastic is still very bearish. That's a pretty wide split between the fast line and the slow line. And we also have the MACD oscillators that are kind of in general going down. See that? And then the histogram is coiling up around the 0 line. All right. And so if we don't hold this, what happens next? Well, we test the top of the next box down. And the top of that box is 101. We fail that, then we test the bottom of the next box down. And as I said before, the probability decreases the farther down we go. We probably aren't going to see 92K. I'm thinking we're going to bounce where we are, but I could be wrong. And if we don't, 101 is what's going to happen. But whatever happens here, we're probably going to see something like this happen where after we test that last little bit, where they get everybody to capitulate and to give up hope, that's when the market makers explode this thing way up here because they want you to give up. And then they buy up all of your coins. They run the price up, get you into a frenzy, and then get you buying at 130,000 all the way to the bull market peak. And then they quietly sell out. Price will still be going up as all the retail investors are still in a feeding frenzy while they're sitting back saying, look at these fools driving the price up, even though they pulled the rug. And so then after everyone gets to the peak of the market, they look at each other like, oh my God, we're the only ones left here buying. And then the price bombs. Okay. That's just how it goes in a nutshell. And, I can't say it enough that it is just so dangerous to try to find people that have all the answers because they don't. There's a lot of other action going on, and I've got some videos coming your way where I'm going to continue talking about XCN. And look at this. This is doing just what I said on the last video. I said that there was a chance that if we drop off of 0.0085 that we were going to test the next box. at 0.0069. And what happened? It did it. Now we're below that, and we're going to probably find out if we test 0.00542. It's just what happens where the points are on the chart where we know there are previous large sale orders and purchase orders from the institutions. So in the next video with XCN, I'm going to cover it and Swift Coin. And I'm going to give you my intelligence report on Swift Coin that is also experiencing the bottom dropping out. We're at a critical level now of this inclining support line. See that blue line? If it drops below that, oh man, then we're going to be down here at 0.0048. I'm still in the green though, because I bought in at 0.002, so it ain't no big deal. In this next report, I'm going to talk a lot about the base chain, and I'm going to give you the reasons why the base chain, and especially base chain memes, could be the biggest, safest, most performing projects of the bull run, period. More so than some of the big projects. I'll give you all of the reasons. I spent 3 hours last night looking at every chart, all of the alts, all of the memes, and I've come to the conclusion the base is going to be the story for the 2026 bull run. So that's coming in a video. I'm going to be kind of completing to play out my Solana memes, but it's the base memes. Those are the ones that I think are going to be the showstopper. And then I'm going to tell you what the number one base meme is. I'm going to give you the top three. But I've recently, in the last few weeks, decided that one of these base memes is number one above all others. And we'll cover that in a video. I've also been looking at my AI projects, and AI is all over the place. I don't know what to say about AI right now, looking at virtuals that has gone all the way down to 29 cents, pumping back up to $1.94. Now we're looking bearish again. These swings are great for swing trading. It's hard to buy here and then watch it go down to 29 cents. It's not for people that have an uneasy stomach, okay? Last but not least, we will be talking about small base memes like Sato, Debt Relief Bot, and then even base projects that have a use case like Banker Coin. Okay, so that's in the works too. Let's jump back to the studio here. There we go. So let me know. Again, you all been telling me what you want to see, and I'll be rolling that information out. Welcome aboard to all the new subscribers. But I just wanted to give you a little insight and tell you that everything will probably be okay. Bitcoin's going to come back. This ain't that big of a dip. You know, we act like it's crashed down to 50,000. We all lose hope. Then as soon as it goes up 10%, everybody's spending their money left and right, selling their couch, selling their shoes, selling their kids, thinking that it's going straight to the moon, forgetting that you were just complaining, thinking that the whole market cycle was ending a week before. Watch it happen. Mark my words. You'll see it. So anyway, hit the like button, subscribe, tick the notification bell so you don't miss a future video. And I'll probably be doing a live stream for you guys this week. I will go live and we'll just kind of take super chats. We'll take orders from everyone, like a $5 super chat, and then I'll break down TA on your projects. And it has to be a project that actually has a chart on TradingView, not some obscure bullcrap thing that is on no exchanges. So anyway, that's all I got for now, guys. This is Carlton. I'm out.